likely jumping back in the middle because we stopped. Because I was sweaty. Because I wasted some time with the Miss Mouse thing. Because I couldn't figure that out.
Everyone is sweaty. Because only Paper Mario fans are sweaty and stinky.
Apparently, what I seemed to be doing wrong was I wasn't separating away from Miss Mouse enough, but I would have to mess with that in between recordings. So to get an exact timing to that down, I probably cut past most of my failed attempts at learning that glitch and cut out some ranting. Okay. Also, someone mowing some grass, so there might be lawnmower sounds. It can't be helped. I can't control people outside.
Better than certain YouTubers where, like, certain kind of well-known mid-sized YouTubers. One guy, I believe, lived near train tracks, so a train would go by his house, and someone else, I believe, lived... Like, we complain about planes going over our house. There was someone, I believe, he lived close to an airport, so would oftentimes hear planes taking off in the background of videos.
Yeah, buddy. There it is. This isn't that bad.
It requires you to wait in real time.
Okay.
It's almost like Thousand Year Door doesn't respect your time or something. Because it really doesn't.
No, I never remember the full order for this.
Well, place the red potion on the far right.
Yeah, red on the far right. No go. Yellow between blue and green. Blue next to red. Two potions between green and red. Oh, yeah. That's why red can't be on the far right. Yellow needs to be between blue and green. Blue next to red. Okay. Yeah. Two potions between the green and... I always get my order mixed up. I have to do this a couple of times because I don't replay this game. Place the yellow potion between the blue and the green. Let me get all the potions. Red can't be on the far right. Red can't be on the far right. This is always not. Two potions between the green and red. Two potions between the green and red.
If it's two between green and red can't be on the far right, that means red would have to be far left.
Blue, yeah. Place the yellow between the blue and green. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure red goes there. Red has to be far left, because red cannot be far right. Blue next to red. Pretty sure this is the order. Yellow between the blue and green.
So then,
and green should go here. That should be it. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. I just don't play this game religiously enough to remember where these go, because I don't replay.
Oh, and now that because the border has to fill in, they actually made the time clearer. Good.
No, for this, as long as it's lined up, you can hit the thing. It's not.
I mean, how long it would stay there is made more clear because of the little border.
Damn it, Peach. Okay, and now for the...
And he was looking for 30 seconds.
Which I'm going to watch our recording.
Was it 30 seconds in the original? I thought it was like a minute.
No, it's 30 seconds. It's always 30, but I'm watching my recording timer, and I'm going to hit A in just a moment here and try to time it to literally the timer ticking up on the live recording. Hold on. Which is going to be off by a minute or two here, so I'm gonna let it tick up to probably about 30, and then I'm gonna hit it, and then that would mean when it goes to the next minute, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a minute. That should be fine. Ah, damn it. Hopefully, if I didn't catch it, it's because it didn't read my A input. Meaning I might get this wrong.
Though at the same time getting it wrong, we get to show the negative effects because there are a few.
If I think I hit A. Nope. Ah, damn it. It's because I had to move. Damn it. You start. I tried to push the A, but she didn't line up with the fucking button. I'll do this. It is funny because, like, everything else should be fine. It's just the fucking minute bullshit because you need to line up, and I didn't realize I wasn't lined up with the fucking push. Wasting more fucking time. Cut around. I was using the timer on the... So that push thing, I barely didn't have a fucking... Push...
When you get there, I think what you did, because it has to be heated for 30 seconds, I think the 30 seconds you waited were when it technically wasn't heated, because the little alarm wasn't going. I do get confused by this a lot.
No, press the button exactly 30
seconds to stop the heating machine.
Okay.
Now press the button so you begin the heating process, so you would need to start counting.
Then on. Yeah, okay, yeah, duh. That's why. On. I'll do the same thing. I'm dumb. I think in the GameCube one it was automatic. That's what was throwing me off. I'll do the same thing. Hold on. cut around. Okay. That's at the 30. So when the minute mark passes, I'll hit it. Yeah. I'm using the timer on the recording. I just screwed up because I forgot to start the damn thing. That was my problem. I stood there for 30 seconds without starting it. So it should roughly, within a margin, it's about to pass the minute mark. That should be correct because it's green.
But like I said,
Well, I got to show one of the funny things. I can
Yeah.
just cut around.
there are a few different effects that can happen if you fuck up.
There's some funny ones. Yes! Okay, good. I'm just dumb. Guys, I'm an idiot. However, detected a technical error. The potion was not designed to make the dress invisible as well. Of course. Oh wait! I should hide my dress so it doesn't get discovered. It's kind of complicated, suppose. Best detail, because she's nude, they have a unique foot sound because it's not her high heels anymore.
She's not wearing shoes.
What?
She
They
wears-
made a different sound effect for this. Metal Gear Nude Peach. It makes dumb little foot sounds. So dumb. Okay. I can cut around. I just didn't start the damn thing. I was using the timer on the recording, which works, and that shows I had everything correct. It just didn't start the machine. My bad.
The other negative effect you can get is like leave.
There's like 4 or 5. You can become giant.
I think it depends, like, because it's exactly 30 seconds, the wrong effect, sorry, but I'll leave it, like, in different time thresholds.
My favorite dumb thing, because I
Is
did
it-
not.
Is it actually? Yeah, it is still the case.
Yes.
Looking at it.
Yes. Yes, it is! That's a Famicom disc.
Yes. As this system disc. Because the thing, like the red box sitting on his desk, that's a disc system.
It's so good.
Yeah. Because that's the Famicom disc system startup.
Startup. Yes. Did not understand that as a child.
No one did.
At all.
Unless you were in a region that sold Famicom bootlegs, or you know
Look at
you
this
were,
fact.
or you know you were actually Japanese and had a like disc system.
And they have the yellow and the blue discs.
Yeah, I forget that both actually exist because you more commonly see the yellow.
Yes.
What was the difference between them? Was it that the yellow were bigger storage?
No.
Or...
I don't remember off the top of my head what
I think the difference is either the yellow had more memory, or because of that, the yellow were, I believe, because of the more memory two-sided.
Blue Famicom discs.
Because most big games you think about on the disc system are all yellow.
Yes. Alright, take a moment and quickly look that up.
Yeah.
I don't, like, I remember blue exists, I just don't remember what those do.
Because like I said, most Famicom disc system games you find if you decide to collect for that thing are going to be the yellow ones. And you're not dealing in the world of shady bootlegs.
I'm very quickly looking it up. Trying to find an answer.
Also because of the Famicom disk system, disk basically being floppy disk. If you're going to get the a console, because the original disk system are very prone to hardware.
You also actually there's a bunch of different colors.
It was the Wild West back then.
Oh
There was no standard.
Well, a bunch of the no, there was a standard. What's funny? A bunch of the unofficial discs were kooky colors.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, primarily yellow. Sometimes they did an official blue. It was like blue discs. Hold on, yeah. Someone Famicom. Any idea how much the blue Famicom discs are worth? This is just a discussion. Someone seemed to have a blue that was a fake, but it does seem like it. They are mostly yellow, yeah. I found it looks like they just did blue at random.
I think blue. This is at least what I remember people saying.
Here's a Japanese blue disc that's real.
Who?
Yeah. Okay, I'll get a move on in a second. Just couldn't remember.
Like I said, I seem to remember it being a memory thing where I think the blue had less memory on them. And that's why blue are mostly outclassed and you don't really see them very often because they very quickly, I believe, learned a way to store more data, and that's why the blue, for the most part, would be a bunch of early games, unless a game was tiny enough where they didn't see the, like, producing the extra data one is, like, worth it.
You can do some other research on that, but it's just... Nintendo did some official blue ones.
Oh.
And sometimes okay.
Oh god, I had another existential thought. Children aren't gonna know what a floppy disk is.
Okay, back to what we were doing. Seems like Nintendo just did some blue ones in general. I'll do some research, but between parts. The color for the official disc doesn't seem to fully mean anything. Though,
like how some NES games were different colors.
That's why I was like, that's why I'm sitting here before.
Because the funny thing is, standard Famicom cartridges would sometimes just be a different color for no apparent reason. Because, like I said, the 80s, for the most part, were kind of a wild west where that didn't, like... There wasn't really any consistency to that. Though not really any consistency was more a thing over here in America. A lot of Famicom boxes are actually fairly consistent.
Just doing some other... Blue Famicom disc on... Oh, that was the other thing.
What?
I found the other thing I was thinking of. The blue ones, no, it wasn't more data. The blue ones were the contest discs.
Oh.
They had the contest functions to submit high scores.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was the thing. What?
Yeah.
Camera curl on. Go away. Okay, yeah, I found what I was thinking of. Blue Legend of Zelda 2. But I would like to know more about the rarity of the blue cart. Yeah. I believe... Yeah, blue discs were produced later in the lifespan. Never seen Zelda 2 on a blue disc. So, yeah, blue came later. And someone said that they taught, yeah. That sometimes if you get a blue disc, it might be a pirated version, but yeah, blue discs were originally meant for the fax service. Yeah.
So wait, that I believe blue disc were the blank disc you could.
No, they had. Gonna get a move on. I don't want to sit here too long. To submit high scores, the blue disc had extra data, and you would take it to a high score kiosk.
What were the blank cartridges that you could just like basically rewrite a game to?
No, you could rewrite any Famicom disc.
Mm.
That's the problem with collecting those secondhand. People who rewrote games.
I thought they also just sold blank cartridges.
They did, but yeah. They appeared not using blue disc. Fax service, the games on them are working. Yeah, fine. Okay, so I can do some other research. The short version, and I forgot about this.
Because it was super only a thing that existed in Japan.
What they did, a lot of the blue discs were discs with a built-in kiosk function. How do you submit your high score to Nintendo? You would take the disc and put it in a machine, and it would read the data on it.
Fascinating.
But the problem is a bunch of bootleggers use blue
because as a lot of people know, the disc system disc they have Nintendo written at the bottom. That was both a brand thing and
written in a semantic sense. That is like
it's hard engraved into the disc because it was both a brand thing and a form of copy protection.
Yes. My point is, and I forgot about this because we didn't live in Japan with a disc system in the 1980s.
Or know someone who did.
You could basically send Nintendo your high scores using a special high score kiosk.
I think like Famicom and shit like that being so different, and especially the disc system being so different from America, I think that's why I've always found it really fascinating. Wait, they didn't come up from the pipe. How did Bowser get here?
What do you mean, how did he get here?
Did he just walk?
Okay, he has a clown car.
Duh.
And if it's parked just slightly off camera, like just next to the house. What? Man has a flying vehicle!
True.
She's on the roof! What is this place? Why is the light so weird here? It's spooking me out. Lights off because this is Twilight Town. One of those stars should be here.
But Bowser has also shown having magic that
put
can
the
teleport.
screws in one of these creepy things and find the crystal star. Sounds good to me, Haggy. Let's get to it. Doesn't react. That's hilarious.
Also doesn't look like you can burn the grass.
Because you need the super bomb. Something in the grass.
Well,
Twilight, you got the Twilight Blade. I'm just joking, sucker.
It feels like that's a reference to something.
I forget what blade I grabbed. Wait, I think you do have to actually talk to one of them first. Eek! Ah!
Hoof.
Crystal Star? I have no idea. They sound like sands and it bothers me. Dreamy, yep, just a bad dream. It's gonna wake up any second. Okay. Wait. Actually, wait. No, wait. Yeah. That. Damn it, that was the trigger. Though digging in the grass was pretty funny. There's crumps that lost your super bomb somewhere around here. Whole deal's extremely bad. Make a serious comeback. Yeah, because he'll find it in the one grass you can't. Yeah. Like, you can kind of interact with it.
Though.
Got it! I am the man!
Though, because of it being, like, having...
Because Mario. Hot diggity dog.
Because of it having a broken sprout, I wonder what's about to happen now.
Suspicious guy. You know something about the crystal stars, don't you? Somebody there? Hey, what's the big deal, Turtle Boy? Looking for the crystal stars, too. Sweet, this helps the Crump come back. Let's get to it. You'll be telling me everything you know. Actually, you're gonna spill every information out of your big ugly head. Sorry about that. If you hesitate at all, I'll show you no mercy. Or there, big guy. I mean, no way. What am I afraid of, you? Think you can take me? Try it. Soup mix. All troops report.
Oh, they're not blurry anymore.
Aw. You like that? Kind of a lot of dudes. Really.
They also have a good frame rate now.
Scott, but us Koopa Clan form up.
The GameCube should be melting right now. This is too weird. This scene causes the hardware to fucking melt.
Because it was 60 FPS, but to do this, they had to do fuzzy, like 2D, very limited character models. But with the consistent 30, this looks amazing. Have one of these. Sorry, suckers. Eat this, Turtle Dork. Super Bomb! I love that it's called incoming. That was it. That's your big weapon. It didn't even go off. This is how you do it. Amateur watch and learn. Oh, crap.
Honestly, I think that adding the broken sprite kind of makes that scene not work as well, because in the original, due to Bowser having it go off, my theory had always been it wasn't broken, they just didn't know how to activate it.
Distinguish yourself. Excellent. There we go. Excellent. We use the ship, the Black Skull, anytime. Ship can get us back to Rogueport. Come back, everybody. Can't wait to get home. Looking forward to this. Turning home alive is all the treasure I need, for real, and I'll get this boat moving.
Gotta return home to all your generic Toad brethren.
To see, Captain Mario. Mario. We're gonna stay here. It's been tough times, but I think we like this place. Think I can make a life with Sweet Finger. Give regards to the boss, will ya? I'm gonna stay here. It's a right nice place to live without the ghost, eh? Sure, they'll be just fine. I mean, technically all the ghosts are gone.
Oh, except for Cortez.
The Black Pearl is mine. Or maybe we could take over Davy Jones' ship.
Davy Jones!
But if we take over Davy Jones' ship, I need to put my heart in the box, and that's no good, and then you become bound to the sea. That's an actual thing.
Yeah, I know. You know, when you sit there and think about it, is Davy Jones in those movies the ultimate incel?
Basically. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how many of you also use a timer in order to do the one potion challenge? Because most people never accurately count that in their heads. Most people break out a timer in order to do the 30 seconds, since that's far easier. I'm sure most of you ended up doing that. I'm sure some people try to do that legitimately, but an average person is not good enough at counting in their head to accurately do a proper timer. So most people end up breaking out a timer on their phone or a watch or something. And generally, that's the most common way that most people end up doing this. At least I would assume, because over the years I've seen a lot of streams do that. So I'm sure most of you do the same thing. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links as well as my Discord links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.